crowd here at ringside. We are ready to go with a great crowd today for more USWA Championship Wrestling. Got a great show coming up. Cowabunga and Ken Wayne will be teamed up here in just a moment as we get things underway. Jeff Gaylord, the Missouri Tiger, will be along a little bit later on. Dirty White Boy will be here today. The Superstar and the King, Bill Dundee and Jerry Lawler, will be teamed up for tag team action later on today. And the USWA World Tag Team titles will be defended right here on USWA Championship Wrestling a little bit later on. Joey Maggs and Rex King will be in to defend the belts right here on television today. Bundy the Gorilla's back. Bundy, I want to make sure, are you the real Bundy the Gorilla today?
Swear from the bottom of my hairy heart, I'm the real Bundy the Gorilla, and I want those sideshow freaks to keep their hands off me.
All right, very good. Well, yeah, you watch yourself today. Don't want you tied up in the back anymore the way it happened last week. I can tell by the voice that is the real Bundy the Gorilla, the mascot, who's with us here today. All right, we got a big show coming up. We'll be back in just a moment. We'll have that first match underway for you. To the screen there, you were looking at the Twilight Zone. We had them here last week for the first time, and as we told you, we didn't know anything about them, including their names, but now we do. Their names are Nebula and Quasar. Here come the opponents right here. Ken Wayne, he wears the U.S. Junior Heavyweight title around his waist. He's in here today in tag team action with his partner, Cowabunga, walking around the ring right now, greeting some of the fans, especially some of the younger fans there who wanted to shake hands with him. Little greeting for Bundy the Gorilla, and Cowabunga steps up onto the ring apron. Ken Wayne already in the ring. Nebula and Quasar over here in the corner of Twilight Zone. As soon as we get one apiece for these tag teams, we will be ready to go. Gary Calhoun, the referee. This one's going to be a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match. And here we go. Ken Wayne starts for his team. It is Nebula starting for the Twilight Zone. Ken Wayne backs away. They were back in the turnbuckles, and Nebula is complaining to the referee. Oh, we got a complainer here. Tactics we've talked about before. Trying to get the referee looking at the opponent a little more closely. Ken Wayne says, no, I didn't pull on the mask. The fans back up Ken Wayne, of course. I didn't see him pull on the mask either. There's a good look at Ken Wayne. And Nebula now up in the air. Ken Wayne body slams him right there in the middle of the ring. And Nebula on his feet and immediately starts screaming, hey, pull him tight. Crowd says, hey, quit complaining and wrestle, for heaven's sakes. Whoa, Ken Wayne, left arm twisted a couple of times. He hooked Nebula. Nice move as he pops him down to the mat. Grabs the left arm. He doesn't put a bar on it, but he hangs on to it. Ken Wayne back to the corner. And much to the delight of many of the fans, especially the younger ones, here is Cowabunga. First official look at him in the match. He came in here a few weeks ago, and boy, a couple of people, Ken Wayne is partner for one of them, kind of made fun, and they saw him wrestle a couple of times and said, hey, I respect him. He can move. He can wrestle. Cowabunga has Quasar back onto the rope. I don't know if tickling is legal or not, but that's what he did anyway. Cowabunga flipping Quasar around the ring. Quasar and Nebula, the Twilight Zone. He was not pulling his tights. I tell you, this Nebula, the Twilight Zone, is pleading his case all the way here. Backdrop. And all of a sudden, Nebula saw that and is not sure he wants to take the tag from his partner, so he walks down the ring, turns his back, and refused the tag. Can you believe it? Tag team partners here. Yeah, he says, yeah, come on, let's hear it for the Twilight Zone, he says. His partner says, hey, come on, how about a tag? Well, finally he gets a tag, and Nebula, who started this match, will be coming back in. But he only accepted that tag after Cowabunga went over to the corner and tagged Ken Wayne. Ken Wayne back in. Again, hit with a fist, I think. Comes out of the turnbuckles there, and Nebula dropped him. Twilight Zone. Really working hard here to try to get something going against Ken Wayne and Cowabunga. Here's Cowabunga back in. He grabs Quasar. Clothesline off the ropes. He's over to the corner and flips the other one in here. So now he's working on Nebula while Ken Wayne has Quasar tied up. All four of them in the ring. Ken Wayne drops him down with that back suplex. Count of three, and this one is history. And it goes into the books as a victory for Ken Wayne and Cowabunga. They got themselves a win in 3 minutes, 25 seconds of action. Oh, and the Twilight Zone not happy about it, especially Nebula, the taller of the two. There comes downtown Bruno and Jeff Gaylord. Yeah, I see.
Third free Ricky P. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Jeff and myself stand around, watch the matches in the back on a monitor and so forth, and nothing makes us madder and more disgusted than seeing this idiot in his turtle suit, Cowabunga, the Karate Turtle. Now, we've been in this profession for a long time. We've been at the very top, and we know what it's like to be at the very bottom. You know, underneath that very bottom, underneath that rock, that's where Cowabunga crawled up from, because he's the most disgusting thing that I've ever seen in all my years in the professional wrestling business. It makes me mad. So the Missouri Tiger, Jeff Gaylord, is going to tear that punk apart and show him why you don't mess around with our profession. You don't mess around with downtown Bruno, and you don't mess around with the Missouri Tiger. It's like Mama says, it bees that way sometimes. Tell him, Jeff.
Let me tell you something. You know what kind of training and hours in the gym and blood, sweat, and tears it takes to get a body like this?
Look at that.
Take a look at this body.
Look at that.
Look at this. And you think some idiot in a frog suit is going to come over here and think he can be a wrestler? Well, that's idiotic. I'll tell you what, I'm sick and tired of punks like him coming in here thinking they can do something in a frog suit, and it's going to be my personal vendetta to knock that idiot in that frog suit out of wrestling, because we are mad. We are real mad.
Let's get out of here.
Because
Making me mad.
this is what a champion is all about.
That's it, baby. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Get out of here. It's not a frog suit, it's a turtle suit. And you'll see if you can beat him in the ring. How about in a match there rather than out here talking about it? We'll take a break, and Gaylord will be back in a match in just a moment.
It's USWA Championship Wrestling Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. A super spectacular card. The Galaxton meets Brickhouse Brown. Karate Turtle Cowabunga takes on the Missouri Tiger Jeff Gaylord. A USWA Tag Championship match. Southern Rocker Rex King and Hotshot Joey Bag take on Primetime Brian Lee and Don the Stomper Harris. In a special cage street brawl, for the first time ever, the girls will be in a cage. Tessa meets the Dirty White Girl. The main event is also a cage match. Jerry the King Waller, Superstar Bill Dundee, and Jeff Jarrett team against Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony, Hot Tub Eddie Gilbert, and Hollywood John Tatum. Wrestling fans in and around Cadiz, Kentucky, the USWA is coming your way this Thursday night, 8 o'clock at Trigg County High School. And for all our fans in southern Indiana and northern Kentucky, Evansville Wednesday night, the site of Super USWA Championship Wrestling at the Evansville Coliseum. 2 special cage matches. Don't miss a minute of it Wednesday night.
You know, Primetime Brian Lee and Don Harris, I don't know who you guys think you are. I don't know what kind of stuff you think you can get away with here in the USWA. You know, all you people are going to see right here later on in this show exactly the way the USWA tag team belts were stolen from us. Brian Lee and Don Harris and a little downtown Bruno, you didn't beat us. Our belts were stolen. Well, it doesn't matter. Wherever it's got to be, we're going to get our rematch. And when we do, the belts are going to come back home where they belong.
That's right. You know, Joey, I am sick and I am tired of trash like Brian Lee and Don Harris, sticking their nose in, back jumping us from behind. Every time we have a match with these guys, you know, they throw the rule book right out the window. Well, fellas, I hope you guys have been training hard, working out, and saying your prayers. Because me and my partner, we've been in the gym every day, we've been working out, and we're coming to get you because we're getting those belts back where they belong.
Ben Jordan has just been escorted to the ring by one of the USWA ring girls. He waits in the ring right now as referee Jerry Calhoun steps up onto the ring apron, and another USWA ring girl leading the way as Downtown Bruno and the Missouri Tiger Jeff Gaylord head to the ring. Gaylord climbs through the ropes, and we are just about set to go. One fall, 10-minute time limit match. Ben Jordan goes against Jeff Gaylord. Downtown Bruno has stolen my microphone here.
I sure have, and Dave, I'm pretty upset right now because there's no chair here for me, and you knew it was my time to come out here. There should be a chair here for me at all times.
We were hoping you would take the hint and see that there was no chair here.
Dave, I don't take any hints, brother, because this is my time. Let me tell you something. Jeff Gaylord is the biggest, the strongest, the meanest man in professional wrestling. By far, bar none. I train him every day in the gym personally. I get him through his workouts, and I do my own presses, curls, and running. You know what I'm talking about?
You do presses, curls, and running?
Yes, sir. I press my suit, I curl my hair, and I run late every day.
I can believe that, yeah.
But, just a little bit of humor there, a little bit of downtown humor, if you know what I mean. Oh, very funny, Dave. But Mr. Gaylord bench presses, get this, 897 pounds. He does reps with that. 10 times did 897 pounds the other day.
897 pounds is almost half a ton.
I know it. Can you imagine that? He did it all by himself. I didn't have to help him at all. I got rid of that loser he was running around with because he was dragging him down. It's just Gaylord now. Gaylord and Downtown Bruno. And I'm going to tell you something else. How about curls, Dave? Can you imagine this? He curls 2 Volkswagens. What he does, he takes the Volkswagen and he turns it sideways. And he takes the other Volkswagen and he turns that sideways. And he curls 2 Volkswagens. And the reason I'm telling you all this, our secret training regimen, so that idiot goofball jerk Cowabunga will pay attention and understand exactly what he's dealing with, exactly what he's messing with when he messes with the Missouri Tiger and when he messes with Downtown Bruno. Because that is the strongest and meanest man in professional wrestling right there.
Well, Gaylord just about broke Ben Jordan's neck when he threw him onto the top rope, and Jordan snapped back into the ring. Referee Jerry Calhoun there to help. Come on, Bruno, stay out of it now. Don't go over there kicking on him. Gaylord kicks Ben out of the ring. Oh, wonderful. Downtown Bruno takes his shoe off and nails Ben Jordan. This match is over. Bruno jumping Ben Jordan. Referee trying to back him up. Oh, Bruno almost shoved the referee down. That'd be a $1,000 fine right there. Talk about a real low-class individual. You're looking at Downtown Bruno. Now, here comes Cowabunga out to help out. Cowabunga facing Jeff Gaylord. Gaylord trying a move or two, but both of them blocked so far by Cowabunga. Well, Cowabunga gets him off his feet down on the floor, and now Gaylord decides, yeah, let me at him, he says, but I don't see him climbing up on the rope. I see him backing up is what it looks like, as Cowabunga is just waiting right there in the middle of the ring, and Bruno is saying, come on, hey, maybe we better get out of here, Jeff. Gaylord won the match. The time on it was 2 minutes, 15 seconds, 2:15. Jeff Gaylord gets the win over Ben Jordan. But then he and Bruno start jumping all over Cowabunga. See if we can get him over here maybe just for a brief interview. Cowabunga, thank goodness, came out and helped out a little bit. And finally got Bruno and Jeff Gaylord out of here. Cowabunga, he's made quite an impression since he's been in the area here. And I think, Cowabunga, you have made quite an impression just now on Mr. Jeff Gaylord.
That's bogus, dude. That ain't no way to treat Ben Jordan. He's an up-and-coming wrestler, and there's no way to treat him. Jeff Gaylord, you're a bogus wrestler. You're not a totally radical, awesome, bodacious wrestler like Cowabunga, Jerry the King Lawler, and the rest of us guys around here. So I'm taking you down to the sewers, my friend. I'm putting you down in that water. I'm yanking you back up. I'm throwing you in that ring, and I'm going to beat you up turtle style, my friend. I'm going to send you back down to the sewers. It's time, baby. Cowabunga is back. Cowabunga's here to stay, and Karate Turtle will run rampant on Jeff Gaylord at downtown Bruno? Give me a break, dude.
Cowabunga, he'll be facing Jeff Gaylord, and he'll have to face Bruno in the corner, too. Championship Wrestling will continue in a moment.
It's USWA Championship Wrestling Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. A super spectacular card. The Galaxton meets Brickhouse Crown. Karate Turtle Cowabunga takes on the Missouri Tiger Jeff Gaylord. A USWA Tag Championship match. Southern Rocker Rex King and Hotshot Joey Bag take on Primetime Brian Lee and Don the Stomper Harris. In a special cage street brawl, for the first time ever, the girls will be in a cage. Tessa meets the Dirty White Girl. The main event is also a cage match. Jerry the King Waller, Superstar Bill Dundee, and Jeff Jarrett team against Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, and Hollywood John Tatum. Wrestling fans in and around Cadiz, Kentucky, the USWA is coming your way this Thursday night, 8 o'clock at Trigg County High School. And for all our fans in southern Indiana and northern Kentucky, Evansville Wednesday night, the site of Super USWA Championship Wrestling at the Evansville Coliseum. 2 special cage matches. Don't miss a minute of it Wednesday night.
Opponent should be headed to the ring very, very shortly. I hear the music. And here comes the Dirty White Girl leading Dirty White Boy up to the ring. Single match coming up here against Keith Haynes. Keith with his work definitely cut out for him today, going against one of the most rugged wrestlers anywhere around, Tony Anthony, the Dirty White Boy. Tony steps through the ring ropes. Jerry Calhoun says, ring it, let's go. Keith Haynes actually probably has a slight weight advantage over Dirty White Boy, but not by much. Tony Anthony has the height advantage, that's for sure, and also I think you'd have to concede him the meanness advantage. Ooh, forearm right in the face. He caught Keith Haynes coming off the rope. Picks him up by the hair, a headbutt, and Haynes is immediately in trouble. The match less than 30 seconds old. And Tony Anthony is in complete control. Over the back. Well, that's a tough thing to do, to get a man that size off his feet like that. But Tony Anthony does it, and Keith Haynes finds himself lying on the mat until Tony Anthony picks him up and takes him over to the rope. Anthony was using that middle rope to choke him. Haynes tied up in the ropes, and Anthony continues to pound on him and work on him over there. Referee Jerry Calhoun's over now trying to get him untied, and does. Tony Anthony right there to grab him, flip him back out into the center of the ring. Anthony brings the knee up. That was a legal move. Referee saw that one and said, yeah, it was okay. Tony Anthony with the chop and the choke, followed by another chop. There's a flip. And Anthony drops down with the lower leg. Little hair pulling by the Dirty White Boy. Anthony power slams him down to the mat. Does he go for the count of 3? Nope, not yet. He walks away. Backs halfway across the ring, now into a corner. Gets a running start, drops down with the upper arm. He goes for the cover now. 1, 2. It's over. Dirty White Boy in control of the entire match. 2 minutes, 4 seconds the time, and Dirty White Boy has just taken a victory from Keith Haynes here as he climbs through the ropes, out of the ring, and the congratulations of Dirty White Girl go to the victor in 2 minutes, 4 seconds, Tony Anthony. Just a minute, you have a match coming up this week with Tessa.
I'm excited about it. I don't know about you. First time ever. Back alley street fight in a cage with 2 girls. I'm excited. I'm thrilled to death. I don't think I've ever seen one. Have you ever seen one?
No, I haven't.
It's first time for you, too.
In a cage, that's right.
Well, won't you come down by your ringside seat, baby, and watch it all.
I noticed you had a towel there for a safety's sake last week, too, right?
No. See, the towel was so I could come down and cover this pretty thing's eyes up so she wouldn't have to look at that old beast large, nothing happening individual. Tessa, I mean, you know, come on, take a good look at that wide load, brother. That's enough to puke a buzzard off a gut wagon.
Well, Monday night it's going to be in the cage at the Coliseum, and a 12-foot cage all around.
Hey, Tessa, you listen up. You nothing happening individual. We're in a cage, and I know for a fact that you have never been around one or ever saw one in your life. Well, I have. I've seen the instinct of this man right here with blood gushing out of his head, all wild-eyed and trying to put another man through a cage. Well, that's the instinct I'm going to have on you. So you listen up for a moment and quit putting that bleach in your head and frying that brain of yours up. I'm coming with one thing in mind, and that's to hurt you, and it's beyond the point of snatching clothes. Snatching hair and ripping clothes off, which I'm sure there will be some of that. You check yourself into a local hospital, because when it's all over said and done with, that's where you're going. You're going to be stretched, and I'm going to walk out the winner.
I wonder if that bleached blonde bimbo heard that. Huh?
Whoa. Tessa out, and Dundee right behind her to keep Tessa from getting to the Dirty White Girl. Dirty White Boy has got her in tow, and they head out of here. And here's Tessa. Obviously, you heard what she said.
Let me tell you something, Dirty White Girl. You can stand out here and call me all the names you want to. But I'll tell you what, every time that I have gotten the best of you, someone has interfered. Now, there isn't going to be any help for you next week, because we're in the cage. It's just me and you. And then you're going to have to show all these people just what kind of woman you think that you are. And let me tell you this much. I'm prettier than you, I'm bigger than you, and I'm smarter than you. And not only that, I can outsmart you in anything.
Well, Dirty White Girl came running back out here after Tessa this time, but a Dirty White Boy caught her just in time. And Dundee has Tessa until once again Dirty White Boy has taken Dirty White Girl out of the area. Look out, there's Tessa going after her. Dundee still got a hold of her. And I think the interview is over. It's coming up this week, and it'll be in that 12-foot cage. Back alley street rules in effect. Back with more very shortly. You're right.
You know, it sounds to me like that there's a lot of people coming out here, and all they want to do is whine and cry like, oh, he hit me with this person run in, that person run in. Well, why don't you accept the cold, hard facts? You got beat up. You got beat right in the middle of the ring. Accept it. Be men. If I lose, I'm man enough to say, hey, I lost. I'll catch you another day down the road. But you lost, no, you want to bring it back in a steel cage. Well, that's fine and dandy, brother, because the last time that I was in a steel cage, I almost had to go to the police station for manslaughter because I like to beat the man half to death. Now, it don't matter who you get, who wants to step in that cage. I don't care if you want to bring 50 fans out of the arenas and put them in that cage. I'll personally stomp every one of them. So, boys, all you got to do is have enough intestinal fortitude to show up and crawl in that cage and listen to that real awesome sound. And that'll be the cage being locked. And then you'll know right then and there that you're locked in with the Dirty White Boy and Mr. Hot Stuff himself. Dave Brown, this is a very serious day. I want to ask you first if you have a better suit than this, because the following morning after this cage match, you're going to need one because you're going to be attending 3 funerals. Let me say, you guys could come out here and tell everybody you've been around here a long time. Well, I'll tell you how long you've been around here. You've been around here too long. I want to tell you, since I was a little kid, I have waited for this match. I have waited to enter a steel cage with 3 names that are legends in this area.
I'm not going to stand out here and I'm not going to say, oh, Tony Anthony and myself are scared of a cage match. No, I'm not going to say that. I want you guys to step in the ring face to face because I've assembled an army better than King Hussein of Iraq has. And when I step in the ring with you, I'm going to look across the cage, and I'm going to be looking at Margaret Thatcher, Mikhail Gorbachev, and George Bush, and this king is going to take you down. And you know, he can always say, there's going to be blood flowing like wine, there's going to be too much, and it's all going to be theirs. Oh, I feel so good. I do too.
Well, supreme confidence as Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony, and the Dirty White Girl head out looking forward to the match which is coming up here. And I tell you what, it's going to be some kind of excitement there. We got some excitement coming up right here. We've got a tag team match scheduled right now which involves Lawler and Dundee, the Superstar and the King. Climbing up on the ring apron right now, Keith Eric and Deuce Mason. Here they come, escorted by one of the USWA ring girls. There's Lawler, the King, just about to do battle in the ring with his partner, the Superstar, who you see right there over on the right part of the screen. Jerry Calhoun, the referee. This one will be one fall, 10-minute time limit. USWA Tag Team title match will follow this one in just a few minutes. We've got plenty of action remaining here today. Glad you could join us. The robes, the crown, all handed out of the ring. Here we go. Bill Dundee starts against Keith Eric. A couple of guys that don't have great height, but both of them are battlers, let me tell you. I don't think Keith Eric ever stepped in a ring that he wasn't convinced in his own mind that he was going to win the match. He hasn't won that many of them, but he still maintains the confidence. Lawler with a right fist. Yeah, he nailed him with it. He hit him with a doubled-up fist, and Jerry Calhoun says, hey, come on, you can't do that. Eric, staggered by it. You know, Lawler's faced Eric as a single before. I remember a couple of times when Eric has tried to jump Lawler way before the bell sounded, and maybe Lawler is just remembering that and paying it back a little bit. Oh, hey, look at that. Eric nailed him with a right fist. But he didn't have to wait long for Lawler to get even as Lawler smacked him right back with that right fist. Jerry Calhoun has said, keep the fist open. This is Deuce Mason in there now. Mason got a little too close to Lawler, and Lawler took his legs out from under him, and Deuce Mason finds himself on his back right in the middle of the ring. A minute 12 seconds gone in this match. One fall, 10 minutes, the overall time limit. Whoa, the referee turned his back just for a moment, and Jerry Lawler proved that he can use moves that maybe we don't all approve of sometimes himself. Lawler forces the left arm of Deuce Mason over, then shoves him down to the mat. He's near the corner, reaches back, tags Bill Dundee. Dundee in with a boot to the shoulder. Bar on the left arm. Now Dundee wraps it up, puts a twist on it. Deuce Mason reverses it on him, and Dundee knocked him down. Yeah, he doubled the fist up. He and Lawler both have used the fist today. I think they're both still pretty steamed over that situation which occurred involving the baseball bat and their partner getting beat up. Count of two. And I think maybe they're looking forward to the rematch involving Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Dirty White Boy. Bill Dundee. Down behind Deuce Mason, rides him down to the mat. Nice move by Dundee as he hooked that arm back. There's a tag made by Dundee on Jerry Lawler. Lawler comes back in. Uh-oh, wishbone time. Deuce Mason rolling around the ring in pain. Lawler and nails him again with a fist. And again, the referee steps in and says, hey, you can't use the fist. Keep it open. Mason able to make it over to the corner with great difficulty, but gets the tag on Keith Eric. 3.5 minutes gone. 10 minutes, the time limit of this match. Hey, what a move by Lawler. Proves he can move in that ring. They double up now on Keith Eric. Both of them nail him with their fist coming off the ropes there. Lawler now leaves, heads back out to the apron. Dundee sliding the boots off the side of Keith Eric's face. Walked across his forehead. And now, in the midsection, flat of the boot on the stomach. And that was legal. I think Dundee maybe had ideas about another similar move that would not have been legal, but he didn't do it. Dundee, look at him go with those fists doubled up. And again, the referee warning him about it. As we said earlier, Lawler and Dundee both seem to have it cranked up an extra notch today. Well, Lawler with a smash off the middle rope. Counts 1, 2, 3. Give Dundee an assist as he nailed Keith Eric, who was coming in to interfere in the situation. Dundee kept him out of it. Lawler was able to hold the 3 count, and in 4 minutes, 48 seconds, 4:48, it's a victory for Lawler and Dundee. Dundee with congratulations from the crowd as he leaves the wrestling area after the victory. Back with more, including the USWA World Tag Title match when we return.
It's USWA Championship Wrestling Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. A super spectacular card. The Galaxton meets Brickhouse Crown. Karate Turtle Cowabunga take on the Missouri Tiger Jeff Gaylord. A USWA Tag Championship match. Southern Rocker Rex King and Hotshot Joey Bag take on Primetime Brian Lee and Don the Stomper Harris. In a special cage street brawl, for the first time ever, the girls will be in a cage. Tessa meets the Dirty White Girl. The main event is also a cage match. Jerry the King Lawler, Superstar Bill Dundee, and Jeff Jarrett team against Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, and Hollywood John Tatum. Wrestling fans in and around Cadiz, Kentucky, the USWA is coming your way this Thursday night, 8 o'clock at Trigg County High School. And for all our fans in southern Indiana and northern Kentucky, Evansville Wednesday night, the site of Super USWA Championship Wrestling at the Evansville Coliseum. 2 special cage matches. Don't miss a minute of it Wednesday night.
Oh, this week, brother, 2 cage matches at the same time in the same building. Tessa will take care of that dirty little white girl, and I'm gunning for you, Tony Anthony. I got 2 partners that could take care of King Kong Godzilla if that's who you bring.
That's right. Well, you know, guys, when you have a cage match, it solves all the problems because no one can get in and no one can get out. Gilbert and Anthony, you 2 guys, you 3 guys, you better get ready. Because I guarantee you one thing, us 3, and we're coming for one thing, and that's to take care of you 3 guys and put you out.
That's right. You know, you're looking at a dream team right here. Jeff Jarrett, Bill Superstar Dundee, and the King. You know, I guarantee you, I know 3 guys out there that are not going to be getting a lot of sleep between now and this match. Because like you said, when the cage goes up, 12-foot-high steel cage, that means nobody gets out. And more importantly, nobody gets in. You know that every week you've been saved by some outside interference. Well, not this week. It's going to boil down to whoever is the toughest. And I promise you this, you're going to find out that you're looking at them right now.
Well, we don't call it USWA Championship Wrestling for nothing. We've got USWA World Tag Team titles on the line right now in a championship match. By the way, there's been a recent rules change by the USWA Rules Committee, trying 2 out of 3 falls for tag team championship matches, but had some problems with that, especially with TV matches. 1 fall only.
1 second. This big gorilla you have is called Snowman, supposedly the world heavyweight champion. I want you to show a tape and show what Primetime Brian Lee can do to a champion and show you who the real champion really is. Tell him, Bruno.
There's your champion right there. Primetime, baby. Roll it,
Roll
roll
the
it,
tape.
roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it.
Back of the head with that chain that Bruno just threw in there.
Referee Jerry Calhoun gets into position. Count of 1, count of 2. It's a 3 count.
There you go, Dave Brown.
Well,
I'm the champion. I should have the belt.
Well, you're going to have a chance because you've got a match coming up with the Snowman.
It be that way sometime.
It ain't that way yet, but it may be, as Brian Lee will get a chance at Snowman in an upcoming match here. Right now,
Tell these idiots around the Mid-South, Midwest, everywhere, that I am not a weasel. I am downtown good-looking Bruno with the biggest, the baddest, and the best-looking tag team that ever walked into the USWA day. Do you understand me?
I hear what you're saying. The fans are free to say what they want. You do have, for the time being, the USWA Tag Team Champions. Now you got to defend them.
Oh, we're going to defend them. I don't care if it's Jerry Lawler and Bill Dundee. I don't care. I don't care if it's Rex King and Joey Maggs wanting their big rematch. We don't care. We don't care who it is. Hey, if Dirty White Boy and Eddie Gilbert want to sign up and get in on a match for the title, they can do it. That's okay. We're not going to be paper champions. We're not going to be closet champions, because the only way you can be somebody is to beat somebody. So bring. The mountain was high, the valley was low, but we made it through the rain, and we kept ourselves protected. We made it through the rain, and we found ourselves respected by the others who got rained on too and made it through, and we made it through. Hey, y'all, and power to the people.
So brother can't only manage, but he can also rap. You know what I'm saying?
You heard about the 2 Live Crew? This is the new Live Crew, banned in the USA, baby, because nobody wants to get in the ring with these guys. Yeah, free Ricky B. Oh, yeah, baby.
I've heard enough. Take your newly won USWA World Tag Champions and head on out of here. We'll be looking for you at the arenas around the territory.
We'll be there. But before we go, there's 3 words to describe this team. Fab, you, lust. Look for us, baby. We're everywhere.
We're out of time. Thanks to Bruno and the brand new USWA World Tag Team Champions. There'll be more next week. We hope you'll join us. Until then, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoter.
Enthusiastic crowd we got with us here today. Bundy the Gorilla leading the cheers over there, and we are set to go with another day of USWA Championship Wrestling. Hello, everybody. I'm Dave Brown here at ringside. Brian Lee, Don Harris will be along a little bit later on. Also today we'll have Jeff Gaylord. Downtown Bruno will be along too. Doug Gilbert is here today. Ken Wayne, Rex King, and Joey Maggs all together in a 6-man tag team match later in the program. And then finally, our expiration of time match today. Get ready, because on one side of the ring, you got Brickhouse Brown and Reggie B. Fine. On the other side, you got Lawler and Dundee. It's going to be a good day, I think. We're going to be back with the opening match for you right after this. Of the USWA Ring Girls have just escorted Ken Raper and T.D. Steele to the ring. That's where they are right now. Referee Jerry Calhoun is waiting. And now led by Downtown Bruno and 2 of the USWA Ring Girls. Brian Lee.
It's the dream team. It's not Brian Lee and Don Harris anymore. It's Downtown Bruno's dream team, the tag team champions of the whole wide world yet.
Well, they are USWA World Tag Team Champions. Here in a tag team match today, and look at your champions. They both jumped Ken Raper and T.D. Steele. Tag team matches are supposed to be one at a time in there, Bruno. How about reminding your world champions of that? T.D. Steele now in there against Don Harris. Oh! Bruno just got hit with the string, that spray string by Bundy the Gorilla. He's upset. Meanwhile, though, in the ring, T.D. Steele in trouble here as first Don Harris and now Brian Lee are just relentlessly throwing him around the ring. Ken Raper takes the tag, starts through the rope. He was intercepted by Brian Lee before he could make it through there. Bruno, I think maybe we found a weapon against Bruno as Bundy the Gorilla sprays him with that string. Maybe that's one of the best ways to keep him in his own corner. I wouldn't count on that, though. That's a very optimistic statement from me there. Ken Raper fired into the ropes. Don Harris nails him with the boots. He's coming out of there. Over to the corner, makes the tag on prime time Brian Lee. What is it Bruno said, calling him the Dream Team? Dream Team, yeah. oh my goodness, devastating foot there. As Ken Raper got hit right in the face with it. Brian Lee with a suplex and a cover. Count is 1, 2. Whoa, picked him up by the hair. Minute 30 seconds gone. Brian Lee could have had a count of 3 probably, but he elected to pick him up. And Don Harris is in there now to work on him. Ken Raper off the ropes. Power slam by Harris. Tag made on Brian Lee in prime time up on the top rope. Look out, he springs off of there. Drops down with the lower leg across the chest and covers Ken Raper. Count is 2, 3. This time they'll make it stick for a 3 count. And in 2 minutes, 10 seconds, the Dream Team, according to Downtown Bruno, has won, and they have just thrown T.D. Steele. Boy, they smashed him back into the ropes, threw him over the top rope down on the floor. Ken Raper thrown over the top rope. And a disgusting display from the world champions here. Look out, Ken Raper thrown into the desk. Bruno, oh yeah, Bruno's got to get in here and kick on him a bit. There's Don Harris with a boot as they finally head out of the area. Referee Jerry Calhoun give Ken some help. We'll be back in just a moment with more championship wrestling.
It's USWA Championship Wrestling Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. There'll be a great prize giveaway. Don't miss the action. 6 great matches. The lineup includes Hot Shot Joey Maggs to take on Doug Gilbert. You'll see Southern Rocker Rex King battle Reggie B5. The mask will be at stake as the Galaxian takes on Nightmare Ken Wayne. In a special challenge match, Cowabunga, the Karate Turtle, takes on Brickhouse Brown. A USWA Grudge Tag Team match. Brian Lee and Don Harris with Downtown Bruno take on Jeff Jarrett and Missouri Tiger Jeff Gaylord. And the main event will be a hospital elimination match. The losing team's valet must eat dog food. Jerry the King Lawler teams with superstar Phil Dundee with Tessa in their corner to take on Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and the Dirty White Boy with the Dirty White Girl. Don't miss a minute of the action. Wednesday night at the Coliseum.
Well, Tony Anthony, let me tell you something, brother. You may think you done something to the superstar, Miss Tessa, because she can't come ringside no more. Well, that's fine, brother. That's fine. But it's time to get payback time. And when the king and the superstar say that, they mean it. This match doesn't finish until somebody's bleeding, counted out on a stretcher, whatever way you want to do it. And you're going to get busted open, punk. Compliments of me.
That's right. Hospital elimination match. In case you two idiots don't quite understand the rules. Eddie Gilbert, Tony Anthony, when you come into the ring facing the superstar and the king, here's the way this match goes. When somebody gets busted and they're bleeding from head to toe, then they're eliminated. Not until then. I don't care if you pin somebody. I don't care if you pile drive them and break their neck. They stay until they get busted and they're bleeding, then they're eliminated. And you know what happens then? Well, when one man's eliminated, that leaves just his partner out there to go it alone until he gets the same treatment. And let me tell you something, dirty white girl. You try to interfere in this match, you have any hidden object or anything at all, and I'm not too big and too good to slap your face, too.
Memphis Mid-South Coliseum was a place Jeff Jarrett scheduled in a match against Don Harris. Later on, then, he was jumped by Brian Lee and Don Harris. Take a look at this videotape.
Don Harris up in behind him, but Jarrett turns around and DDTs him. Just drives that head right down into the canvas. And Jarrett going after Bruno. Pulls him up over the top rope into the ring. But Brian Lee coming in right behind him. Brian Lee in here. Jeff Jarrett's going to be coming out victorious after downtown Bruno and primetime Brian Lee coming up into the ring. Jarrett moves out of the way. Primetime Brian Lee just nails downtown Bruno, puts him down on the canvas. And look at this, Jeff Jarrett, the Golden Boy, going to work on Brian Lee and Don Harris. Taking them both on now. But Harris quickly in behind him. Double axe handle across the back of the head. And here comes Lee, going to work on the rib cage. Downtown Bruno in here with a folding metal chair. Jarrett in bad shape as the team of Brian Lee and Don Harris just pile drive him. Jeff Jarrett coming up out of the back. Jumps Brian Lee and downtown Bruno. After Snowman did not make the match tonight, did not show, Jeff Jarrett comes out of the back.
Jarrett really hasn't had time to get much medical attention after suffering that laceration. In fact, it was just the last bout. Bruno comes off the ropes with a hit. Brian Lee holding Jarrett. Don Harris firing away, nailing him with those rights. Jarrett in for a little revenge, and he's taking more of a beating here. Lee off the ropes with a big boot.
All right, you saw what happened right down there. Bruno and a whole bunch of you guys wait just a minute. No, I've got an interview from Jeff Jarrett on videotape. I want everybody to take a look at it, and then you can have your say, as we just saw what just happened here. So if we've got that videotaped interview with Jeff Jarrett ready, then let's take a look at it right now.
Primetime Brian Lee and Don the Stomper Harris. Yeah, you two guys, y'all both 6'3" or 6'4", both probably weigh 250, 260, and you're both very obviously good athletes. And not only good athletes, you look good in the ring. It's no secret that I'm sure you've been in the gym working out. But there's something about you two guys there's a cut that makes a difference between me and you. It's you two guys, you take shortcuts. That's right. You take shortcuts not only in your matches, but throughout life. Because, guys, everybody gets into this sport, everybody works hard, and everybody gets determined, and they think about their matches, not just 5 minutes before it's time to go to the ring. You guys just better get ready, because my partner is just like me. We don't ever take shortcuts. We've got determination, and when it's time to go, when it's 20 or 30 minutes into that match, and it's time to pull something out from deep inside, we do it. We don't resort to shortcuts or chains or chairs or anything like that. So you two guys better get ready, because when the match comes, I've got a partner, and I guarantee you one thing, I'm going to be ready. You two guys better get ready.
Jeff Jarrett, and will have a mystery partner that he hasn't named yet to be going against you guys.
Dave, first of all, it's really boring to me to sit and listen to Jeff Jarrett and some non-existent partner sitting out here talking about coming against the greatest tag team in professional wrestling, the USWA Tag Team Champions, the Dream Team, Primetime Brian Lee, and Don the Stomper Harris with Downtown Bruno.
Because the running wild here. Brian Lee, Don Harris, Downtown Bruno, Jeff Gaylord, who not 3 minutes ago was on the same team the downtown Bruno team. Oh, look at Bruno. Come on. Bruno letting his team hold Gaylord up in the air while he kicks him repeatedly. Now, Brian Lee back with that chair. Well, they're having fun. We need to get help out here. Here comes Eddie Marlin. That maybe the threat of a hefty fine will get him out of here finally. Bruno.
What you get when you mess with downtown Bruno and the Dream? You don't mess with the Dream Team, and you don't mess with downtown Bruno, because I'm the living legend around here, and he better not forget it, because then, when he gets that head stitched up, and he's laying there bloody and beat, he can just remember what he did. He tried to humiliate me on TV, and you can't do it, because it's like Mama said, it be that way sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely disgusting. Downtown Bruno back in a moment.
It's USWA Championship Wrestling Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. There'll be a great prize giveaway. Don't miss the action. 6 great matches. The lineup includes Hot Shot Joey Maggs to take on
Brother Eddie. Keith Haynes thrown through the ropes down on the floor, and a dirty white girl smacking him with that whip she carries around. Keith Haynes back up on the apron. Doug Gilbert smashes him with a right fist and then flips him over the top rope into the ring. Doug Gilbert. Boy, he just won't let up. He grabs him in a headlock. Over to the corner. Tag on Tony Anthony. Off the rope. Whoa. A double up as Keith Haynes then hits the mat. Tony Anthony pops him into the rope. Picks him up. Big power slam. Not easy to do with a guy that weighs as much as Haynes. Count of 2, and Anthony picks him up at the 2 count. Right at the 2-minute mark, they had a chance to take a 3 count, and they didn't go for it. You long-time championship wrestling fans, there's nothing that upsets me much more than that. Is to have a team try to continue to hurt somebody here when they could get the count of 3, as they almost certainly could have done against Keith Haynes there earlier. But no, they picked him up, they keep him in the ring, fire him into the turnbuckles, and now his slingshot, Tony Anthony, oh my goodness, into him. Count is 1, 2, this time the 3 count falls. And the team of Tony Anthony, the dirty white boy, and Doug Gilbert have themselves a victory in 2 minutes, 43 seconds, 2:43 the time on it, as they get the victory and head out of the area here. We'll be back with more USWA Championship Wrestling action. To go with more championship wrestling action, got a 6-man tag team match scheduled right here. Twilight Zone will be going against Eddie Sweat, or rather will be teamed with Eddie Sweat out of Gainesville, Georgia. They won't be going against him. They're going to be in the same corner. They come into the area right now and step up on the ring apron. We've seen the Twilight Zone the last couple of weeks around here. This time they're involved in a 6-man match, and here come their opponents. Ken Wayne, he wears the U.S. Junior Heavyweight title around his waist, and his partners today are going to be Rex King and Joey Maggs. Rex and Joey, longtime USWA tag team champions before they lost the belts with their tag team partner. They put a double twist on those arms, and Eddie finds himself on the mat. He's over to the corner, and right there waiting for him, the Twilight Zone. Joey Maggs moving him around the ring pretty good. There's a boot to the midsection. Joey Maggs rams his head down to the mat. King. Tag is made. Twilight Zone is tagged out of there, trying to keep the fresh man in the ring after being hammered, I might add, by Rex King. Look at Rex. Rolls him with that arm. Twilight Zone back up on his feet quickly, and Rex King with a nice kick back. Here comes Eddie Sweat back into the ring. He was in there a long time early in the match. Didn't have a lot of success, I must say, too. Rex King holding him up. Joey Maggs after the tag dropping down off the ropes. And now Joey Maggs is staying in there, but as I say that, the tag is made, and here is Ken Wayne. Nightmare Ken Wayne firing Eddie Sweat into the rope. Catches him with the upper arm. There's a cover by Ken. Count is 1. Second time he's had a cover on Sweat in the match, but so far unable to hold him for the 3 count. Joey Maggs in after the tag. Here's Rex King coming in. As that team over there is really tagging quickly. That's a wise thing to do in any tag match, but especially in a 6-man match. Keep that fresh man in there. Don't let them get one guy in and keep him in a long, long time. Ken Wayne hooks that leg, takes him down. Count is now 1, 2. He got it. Well, you got to give Joey Maggs and Rex King an assist on that, because both the members of Twilight Zone were headed in that direction, but they were stopped along the way. And referee Jerry Calhoun counted 3, and this one is over as Ken Wayne, Rex King, and Joey Maggs get themselves a victory in about 2.5 minutes. We'll take a quick break. We've still got more to come, including the match with Jerry Lawler and Bill Dundee going against Brickhouse Brown and Reggie B. Fine. That's coming up a little later on.
It's USWA Championship Wrestling Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. There'll be a great prize giveaway. Don't miss the action. 6 great matches. The lineup includes Hot Shot Joey Maggs to take on Doug Gilbert. You'll see Southern Rocker Rex King battle Reggie B. Fine. The mask will be at stake as the Galaxian takes on Nightmare Ken Wayne. In a special challenge match, Cowabunga, the Karate Turtle, takes on Brickhouse Brown. A USWA Grudge Tag Team match, Brian Lee and Don Harris with Downtown Bruno take on Jeff Jarrett and Missouri Tiger Jeff Gaylord. And the main event will be a hospital elimination match. The losing team's valet must eat dog food. Jerry the King Lawler teams with superstar Bill Dundee with Tessa in their corner to take on Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and the Dirty White Boy with the Dirty White Girl. Don't miss a minute of the action. Wednesday night at the Coliseum.
Evansville, Indiana, a hospital elimination match with the Dirty White Boy, Tony Anthony, along with the White Girl and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, taking on the King, Jerry Lawler, and Bill Superstar Dundee.
Hospital elimination. That just sounds real wicked and real crazy and mean and stuff. I'm starting to get chill bumps all over me. I can't wait till we get there, because I'm going to take Dundee's face and rip it completely apart. And what's going to happen to Lawler?
Evansville, Indiana. I hate coming to Evansville, Indiana. I hate that city. I hate getting my booking sheet, seeing I got to come to Evansville because I call it Depressville. I hate coming there. I hate for you people actually getting to see a match like this. But you know what? The more I think about it, the more I don't mind, because I can't wait to see Bill Dundee bleed a little bit, because that's how you get eliminated. Dundee's going to be carted off, and then we're going to be left with you, Mr. King. We're going to see just what a king cotton you really are. We're going to see how much you just strut around here with these people when you're left with the Dirty White Boy, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, and the Dirty White Girl.
We're ready to go here. Finally, after Eddie Gilbert came out not only with Brickhouse Brown and Reggie B. Fine, but also with Doug Gilbert and Dirty White Boy, and they all jumped Jerry Lawler and Bill Dundee. But it didn't take long for promoter Eddie Marlin to get order restored when we cut away for the break. So now we're going to get this match started. Been looking forward to this match all day long. What a matchup we got. You got Brickhouse Brown, who is a championship caliber wrestler, and you got his partner, who made his name. I see you, Brick. You got Brickhouse's partner, Reggie B. Fine, who is actually the much larger of the two, who made his name as a manager with Brickhouse Brown and a couple of other partners. tell you about how he made his name. Made his name by winning matches. Doing what it takes to win the match. His partner, Bill Dundee, same thing. Brickhouse, I don't know what he's celebrating about. He has had one good move here. And Brickhouse Brown strutting around the ring. Jerry Lawler's just backed into a corner and said, just let them celebrate. Let them celebrate all they want to. We'll take care of business when they come back out here. Brickhouse with a word for the crowd. Reggie B. Fine over, threatening somebody. That's a nice way to end that. Taken up for the entire audience. None other than superstar Bill Dundee. And Reggie B. Fine decided it was time for him to leave that particular area and perhaps head back to the ring apron. That's where he is right now. What is this now? Brickhouse Brown over yelling at the crowd. Reggie, are you guys going to wrestle or are you going to talk to the crowd all day long? Is what I'm curious about. Brickhouse Brown wrapping up the left arm of Jerry Lawler. Reggie Lee, Fine, is back in the corner shouting encouragement to Brickhouse Brown. Bill Dundee in the King's corner just watching. Some hair pulling by Brickhouse Brown. Referee couldn't see it. It was on the other side. Bill Dundee saw it. It was right in front of him, and he went in screaming at Jerry Calhoun. Hey, he pulled his hair. Jerry Calhoun warning Brickhouse Brown about choking and hair pulling. Reggie B. Fine complaining. Now over to talk to the crowd while Brickhouse Brown is hanging on. Jerry Lawler back up on his feet. Lawler, a nice move. Brickhouse Brown screaming. Hey, look at this. Brickhouse said, hey, pull my tights. And then I saw Brickhouse Brown kind of pull those tights just a little bit and show the referee, look, hey, look what he did. He did that himself, referee. Don't let this guy fool you. Oh, Reggie B. Fine jumps in there. Yeah, he's cheating. Come on, give us a match. Raise our hand. We ought to win because he's pulling tights. Oh, I tell you what, these guys will try anything. Brickhouse standing there with that right fist doubled up. Lawler just calmly waiting for him in the middle of the ring. There's some hair pulling by Brickhouse Brown once again. And again, Bill Dundee jumped in there and said, hey, he just grabbed it. Didn't you see his head snap back? But Brickhouse Brown was able to conceal it from the referee. Now, Dundee, after Reggie B. Fine. Reggie B. took a shortcut through the ring. Jerry Calhoun stopped Dundee and said, what are you doing in here? Get back in the corner. Calhoun telling both Dundee and Reggie B. Fine, look, until you get a tag, stay out of here. Stay up on the ring apron. One hand on the turnbuckle. Those are the rules of a tag team match. Go, Jerry, go, says the crowd. Brickhouse Brown holding onto the arm bar on the left arm. Look at Lawler. Nice, clean move. And look at that. Brickhouse Brown yanked at those tights again, and the referee said, hey, how do you explain this, Lawler? Look at that. You just about pulled the tights off all the way. And the crowd says, didn't happen that way. But the referee says, hey, what am I going to do? Reggie B. Fine says he's cheating. Raise our hand. We're through. Let us out of here. We want the match right now. That's not going to happen. You're going to have to win the match, Reggie B. Fine, if you're going to win it at all. Brickhouse Brown over talking to the crowd in another part of the audience. Boy, these guys, something else. Jerry Lawler Brickhouse Brown facing each other. We're already 5 minutes into this action. It's an expiration of time match. We got plenty of time left. Might be one fall, might be 4 or 5. As long as we got time, we're going to have wrestling, and whoever has the most falls won when the time expires will be the winners. Look at Brickhouse Brown dancing around the ring, parading around. Oh, yeah. He and Reggie B. Fine. Lawler was just backed away watching him. Now he's back into the action. Back into a corner. Oh, Brickhouse Brown caught him with a right fist. Then another one. Lawler backs him into the corner now, reverses him in there, and smacks him with a fist. Not 3 times like he got hit, but 4 times. One more extra to say, hey, don't do that again. Or if you even think of it again, remember what you got coming to you, Brickhouse Brown. Bill Dundee. Dundee kept that folding metal chair over in their corner. That's a chair that's at ringside that managers are supposed to stay seated in. Dundee drafted it. We're about 7 minutes into the action here. Dundee still got that folding metal chair over in the corner just in case it might come in handy there at some point in time. Here's Brickhouse Brown coming back in. The crowd getting on Brickhouse, and Brickhouse over complaining to them. And Reggie B. Fine, he's over here talking to the crowd too. You just barely see him in those hot pink tights over on the left side of the screen. Whoa! Guess who just arrived? Bill Dundee smacks Reggie B. Fine. Fine hits the floor. In the ring, Lawler's got Brickhouse Brown's shoulders down, but Reggie B. Fine is keeping him out of the ring, keeping the referee out of the ring. Bill Dundee now says, come on, Jerry, I'll help you back in there. But by then, it's too late. Lawler says, where have you been? I had his shoulders down for at least a count of 15. Reggie B. Fine was holding the referee out of the ring. I tell you what, that's twice. Once before the match ever got started, when Eddie Gilbert and all his guys were out here, Reggie B. Fine hit the referee. That cost him $1,000. If he's not careful, Reggie B. Fine is going to be going for several days at the paycheck. Goes to the USWA to pay his fine for messing around with a referee. Brickhouse Brown. Again, yelling at the crowd, spending about as much time talking to the crowd as he is wrestling. What Brickhouse better remember is not to come at Lawler with that fist again. Tag made. Here comes Bill Dundee. It's Dundee and Lawler wrapping up those arms, unwinding, and pow! Brickhouse Brown on the mat. Deja vu. I think he remembers Bill Dundee from a situation in the past that had a similar result. Reggie B. Fine was standing at ringside and just had his hand on the mat. I'll tell you what a competitor this Dundee is. He just happened to be passing by and he stomped his hand while he was going by there. Reggie B. Fine and Brickhouse Brown, for all their confidence, all the bragging that they've been doing, all the yelling at the crowd, are finding themselves in trouble now against Lawler and Dundee. Dundee, tired of waiting. He slid out of the ring. He's under the ring, and he grabs Reggie B. Fine. Down to the floor goes Reggie B. Fine as Dundee slipped under the ring. Dundee now back in there. Boy, Billy's the one that before this thing ever got going was out here jumping around the ring saying, come on, get him out here, let's wrestle. Well, what he's been watching is Brickhouse Brown and Reggie B. Fine trying to slow down the action. He's not happy about it. Brickhouse Brown back into the ring. Lawler steps in. As if to say, hey, what about the dancing? What about the celebration now? Reggie B. Fine over to encourage Brickhouse Brown. Yeah, Brickhouse Brown is getting steam now. He's saying to Reggie B. Fine, don't come over here trying to console me. If you really cared about it, you get up there on the apron, and take the tag and come on in here. And the crowd says, Reggie, Reggie, Reggie. But Reggie B. Fine's on the apron. Brickhouse says, give me a tag. Reggie B. Fine says, let's talk this over. Wait a minute. There's the tag. Bill Dundee says, I'll help you. I'll make the tag for you. And here comes Reggie B. Fine. He's going to have to come in. The tag has been made. There must be contact before he can tag out again with Brickhouse Brown. Brickhouse Brown says, come on, you've been standing here, you've been talking a good game, you've been telling me what to do, now you get in there and wrestle Bill Dundee. Kind of cautious, Reggie B. Fine. Whoa, he smacked Dundee. Dundee grabs him. Reggie B. Fine tried immediately to head for the corner as soon as contact was made and get a tag, but didn't work. Lawler holds him up. Dundee backs up, and a forearm smash to the chest as Dundee came off the rope. Now it's Lawler. Reggie B. Fine says, whoa, wait a minute. He's got that right fist doubled up. I'm out of here. I'm tagging you, Brickhouse Brown. He's saying, come on, Brickhouse. I got him figured out for you now. You go finish him off.
I ain't scared of him, Dave Brown.
Yeah, we can see how unafraid you are, Reggie B. Fine. This match is now about 12 minutes old, and Reggie B. Fine has been in there for about 20 seconds. He's hung himself in the ropes. And Bill Dundee is right there to meet him. Oh, what a day. What a day it's been, Ben. I hope you've been here with us for the whole thing. Boy, we had Brian Lee and Don Harris out here a little bit earlier. They won their match. Then we had the situation with Jeff Gaylord, Downtown Bruno, and Brian Lee and Don Harris, in which Bruno was just insulting Jeff Gaylord. I mean, he was pulling no punches. He was telling him that he was a loser and he was lost matches for him. Jeff Gaylord came back and said, wait a minute, you're the one that caused me to lose the matches. So there was a falling out right there, and Jeff Gaylord is no longer going to be a part of that Downtown Bruno team. And now we got this one going on. Lawler, Brickhouse Brown facing each other. Middle of the squared circle. Dave Brown here at ringside. Glad you could join us today. Hope you'll be with us next week for more exciting action. Look out, Brickhouse Brown went to the tights and then smacked Lawler with a right fist. Brass knucks, piece of lead, I don't know, whatever it was that knocked Lawler off his feet. And it's things like that that can change the complexion of a wrestling match. Brickhouse Brown drops down with a right fist. Go, Lawler, go. Brickhouse Brown finding out how that right fist feels again as Lawler nailed him with it. And again, Brickhouse went to the tights. Oh, a right fist. Whatever it is he had in his fist, he nailed Lawler with it, and Lawler just immediately dropped to the mat. I mean, he just knocked him flat. We're coming up on the 15-minute mark. This has been a very long fall. Reggie B. Fine in there again after the tag. Yeah, Brickhouse Brown's got Lawler hurt, so now Reggie B. Fine comes in, and all he can do is choke Lawler. The referee is counting. Reggie B. Fine again. He breaks quickly and then right back on the throat. This time he's going to drop down. He's actually going to try to wrestle, and Lawler moves out of the way trying to grab him. Here comes Brickhouse after the tag. Reggie B. Fine lost no time getting out of there and back to the corner. Brickhouse again loads up that right fist with whatever it is he's putting in his hand. Dundee is trying to tell the referee, hey, he's going to the tights. He's coming up with some kind of foreign object and smacking Lawler with it. Reggie B. Fine over here choking Lawler while he's down on the mat. The action continues with Brickhouse Brown using the right hand. Right fist again by Brickhouse Brown. Lawler hanging on in the corner. Brickhouse raking his fingernails across Lawler's back, and now hits him with the right hand again. Lawler still back in the corner. Brickhouse. Oh, goes into the corner after him. Here comes Dundee. This one continues as we've got about 3 minutes left in the time limit. Our time limit winding down here. We've got about 3 minutes left as Dundee continues to work on Brickhouse Brown. There's a cover. Count is 1, 2. Oh, enough! Here comes Doug Gilbert and the Dirty White Boy. That is going to stop it right there. They jumped Lawler and Dundee. Boy, we couldn't get this one going earlier because these guys came out here at the very beginning. We thought we had the thing going. We've been wrestling for a very long time, about 16 or 17 minutes. And now, all of a sudden, here they come again. Sam Lowe, Eddie Gilbert, Dirty White Boy, Brickhouse Brown, Reggie B. Fine, Doug Gilbert, all of them working on Lawler and Dundee. Eddie Gilbert with a part of an ashtray, and he's brought into the ring a big metal ashtray stand. Doug Gilbert's got a big chain. Gilbert's choking, Doug Gilbert choking Lawler with this big chain. Look out. Eddie Gilbert bending that ashtray over Bill Dundee's head. Come on. Well, we're going to have to take a break here and try to get this settled. We'll be back with you, and hopefully all this will be settled when we return. Yeah, I'm exhausted just trying to keep up with the action there. That was about a 17-minute fall that we had, and it ends up with a technical loss for Brickhouse Brown and Reggie B. Fine as Eddie Gilbert again brings in Doug Gilbert and Dirty White Boy, and they all gang up on Lawler and Dundee. They had tried that earlier. Eddie Marlin came out, was able to get it stopped. We took a break. We came back. We were able to get the fall going, and it really was a quite interesting wrestling match, interesting in a number of ways. One in that Lawler and Dundee were able to very patiently wait during the antics of Brickhouse Brown and Reggie B. Fine, and especially with Reggie B. Fine, who was over here talking a great game. He was talking about just how terrific they were, and there was no way they could be beat, and no way Lawler and Dundee could take them, and all of that. But when it came time for him to be tagged and to go into the ring to do battle, he was not interested in going in there, and he spent very, very little official time in the ring, less than a minute, much less than a minute, during the entire 17 minutes or so of that match. Lawler and Dundee get the victory in the technical loss. Earlier today, Brian Lee and Don Harris got a win over their opponents. Jeff Gaylord, boy, he was mad when he got in there because of something downtown, several things that downtown Bruno had said to him and about him. He wasted no time in defeating Don Kelly in about 18 seconds. There was a technical loss as Bruno sent his guys in there to get him. Also, then it was Doug Gilbert and Dirty White Boy winning their match. Ken Wayne, Rex King, and Joey Maggs got a victory here today, too. Hope you'll join us next week. We'll have more of it. And until then, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of USWA